What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here getting some of this 10,000 steps in. And it's a really nice day today. It's 70, but it feels hotter than that. That's why your boy got a jersey on today. Y'all probably tripping like, y'all ain't seen me in a jersey in a while. Well, I mean, if the weather permits it, I'll be out here in them a lot more. But let's get to the topic at hand, man. We got more Shannon Sharpe stuff. Oh, what a situation this is, man. I got a lot of opinions about it. I do sympathize with his situation, though. I think it's BS. I think it's a shakedown, and he basically fell for a trap. He wasn't cautious. He fell for a trap that somebody in his stature, as somebody that's just seen a lot of stuff that he's seen, that's not only heard as much game but gives out a lot of good game, should have been able to avoid. But I'm seeing, of course, sisters are going to chime in on it. We can always rely on our sisters to give their opinion. So I've been checking out what a lot of sisters have had to say, and black women are not sympathetic to Shay Sharpe at all. I mean, I'm not too surprised by this, and I get it. Really, I get it, because he said some not so nice stuff about black women. He would talk about hair and whatnot. See, so the thing is, okay, talking about black women's hair is not an uncommon thing. Brothers have said things about black women's hair since whenever. And they may get mad about it, but they don't take quite as much offense to it as they do a Shannon Sharpe, who we've seen, even though he has black kids. He's got black kids. So the whole thing of he hates black women, that's just not true. The dude got black kids. But we have seen that his preference has changed to, he does seem to like white women a lot now. So you being a black man who has made it very clear that your preference is white women now, and then going back making those disses at black women, there's an extra how dare you about it that comes with it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, if it's a black man who predominantly dates black women that says this, they gonna get mad at him, they gonna roast him, they gonna talk about, his hairline or whatever, and that'll be that. But if you consistently date outside and you make it known that's your preference, black women are not going, they're not going to turn the other cheek about it. I'll just say that. So I understand. I'm not saying either side is right. I'm saying, based on how I know this dynamic has always worked, I understand why there's the hostility from black women towards Shannon Sharpe. They basically like, he deserved exactly what he's getting. They don't feel sorry for him. There ain't gonna be no riding out at dawn or any of that. Leave him to the mess that he found himself in. Many of them have said that they believe he's telling the truth and she is lying, but this is his fault for ending up in this situation nonetheless. So yeah, sisters are not sympathetic to his plight. But the thing is this. All right. They say they're not sympathetic to the situation that he's in because he likes to go over there to the other side and deal with the white women. But I know for a fact, considering how the sisterhood loves to take shots at black men, if this were a black woman doing this to him, they still wouldn't feel sorry for him. So they could say, we don't feel sorry for him because he went dealing with them white girls. But if this was a black chick that he was dealing with in the same situation, y'all still wouldn't feel any sorry for him. Y'all would be championing for old girl to get the bag. Y'all not championing for, what's her name? Gabrielle Zuniga. Supposed to be a Jane Doe, but Shay makes sure to put a stop to that. He released text messages with her name attached. So he was like, basically, you're not gonna pull the anonymous card against me. You're gonna be publicly dragging my name while trying to protect your identity. So he threw her name out there. To my understanding, she's a OnlyFans creator. She don't go by her real name on OnlyFans. And I mean, girl is a freak. I see why he fell in league with her. It's just man, he met her when she was 19. She 29. That's too young, man. You can't mess with girls that age because they are immature as all get out. All they can be is a bust down. And you got to be super careful when it come to that. I mean, she talking about they had a relationship. They had a consensual relationship, but a few times it wasn't consensual. I don't know about that, man, because one of the times she talking about it wasn't consensual was in October. Then another time in January. And you guys know I'm of the mindset that if a guy did that to you once, why would you be going back to him for it to happen again? And those text messages that are supposedly hers, you know, we have no proof, so I say supposedly or allegedly. I mean, she's pretty after him. Those aren't the text messages of a young woman that has been assaulted by this guy and is afraid of him. They not. I've received in my life all types of nasty text messages, all right? And some of those text messages she was sending, they had me laughing because I've like not the same as hers, but similar in vein. What I mean is the forwardness of the woman, of how bad she want to get that BBC. You know, I've never had no chick throwing me dollar amounts to get it, but I have had chicks tell me that they want to have my baby. They're like, oh, your skin, your hair, you know, they basically, they want these genetics for their kids. So yeah, I've had plenty of women in my life tell me that they want my baby. But I've never had a chick be like 25 G's per cheek, man. Come on. So it sounds like Shay might have been tricking a bit when it came to this chick, because why was she throwing that number out there? Why is she throwing that out there? You know, there had to have been some sort of arrangement where, you know, he throw her a few dollars and she come over and be as nasty as he liked, because I find it hard to believe she just randomly threw that number out there. You know, you missed this juicy whatever 25K per cheek, you know. So I think Shannon Sharpe, far as I could tell from what we've seen, he is being shook down. I'm a bit disappointed by this because, as I said, for him to be in the position that he's in, for him to have allowed himself to get caught up like this is surprising and disappointing. You just got to move a certain way when you get to his level, man. Like, you don't go to these chicks' houses ever. You do not freaking go there. You have them come to your house. Better yet, you have some hotel you invite them to. No phones. And people got to sign NDAs. That's the level that he's at. You can't be doing that. You showing up at her house, you know, and she positioning you perfectly to get caught in 4K. You cannot move like that. I think a lot of times we think it won't happen to us. Oh, it happened to everybody else. It won't happen to us until it does. But thinking that it will never happen to you is how you get caught up. Because while you thinking, oh, this will never happen to me, you got somebody plotting on you. That's like, oh, really? You know, I guess that's pretty much it that I got to say about this, man. Sisters, they were not feeling it at all. They laughing at him. Sisters is coming for him. And that's in large part of the fact that he has been publicly critical of black women. whenever you have a figure that's very critical of black women publicly, they don't forget it, man. They will lay in wait for your downfall. And when that downfall comes, they are going to bask in it. So that's what I see happening here, man. Sisters are basking in the fact that this is happening to him. Even though they believe that he's a victim of this situation, they still basking in the fact that it's happening to him. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.